Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're breaking down the brand new WWE 2K20 Step Inside trailer and revealing all of the legends both featured in and hinted at, all of which we can expect to see in WWE 2K20. Before we get to that though, if you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and enable notifications as I've got a ton of content coming your way, including some new reveals, exclusive interviews and a whole lot more that you won't want to miss. So here we go, I'm going to play the trailer in full first, then we're going to go over it and break down all of the new details.
Go one.
Sorry about your ceiling.
Nice work, man.
Step inside and be the man.
So that was the trailer, now let's jump straight into the breakdown as the trailer starts off with the opening shot of the Manor House that was teased on Thursday before we jump straight into the ballroom, which is decked out with various WWE portraits, championships and other memorabilia that helps confirm some of the stars who are sadly no longer with us, including the Macho Man Randy Savage, Eddie Guerrero and Andre the Giant. Moving on to the next shot featuring a close-up of the orchestra, we get a better glimpse of the stained glass window featuring Hogan slamming Andre at WrestleMania before we then get a shot of the current day Hulkster dressed in black with yellow sunglasses on his bandana, which seems to suggest that we could see both Hollywood Hogan and red and yellow Hogan, as well as the classic version that we see slamming Andre. Also shown off here in the background, we have a shot of the Roddy Piper statue, which we'll see more of shortly, confirming Piper. Then as we switch to the next scene, we get another statue, this time confirming the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Also featured in this scene, we have of course Braun Strowman, Velveteen Dream and Shawn Michaels, so there's 3 more superstars confirmed, hopefully with Michaels also getting a current model this year. Next up, we have the advocate to the beast, Paul Heyman, as well as a shot of John Cena's spinning WWE Championship in the background that seems to confirm a classic version of Cena. From there we see Stone Cold ordering a beer as Stone Cold does, although rather than focus on Stone Cold himself, I instead want to point out this urn-like object as this could be included as a hint for The Undertaker or maybe even Paul Bearer. In this next scene, we get another look at some of the legend paintings with confirmations for Andre the Giant, the Big Boss Man, Macho Man Randy Savage and Eddie Guerrero in what I feel is a really nice touch, plus look at that cake, 5 tiers of absolute goodness. Up next we have a better shot of the Roddy Piper statue, again confirming Piper. Then we have an elegant looking Sheamus, who we already seen teased in the Court Rack trailer with the inclusion of his King Sheamus robe, therefore we could have 2 versions of Sheamus included, one current and one classic. As we switch back to Heyman, we see him being offered cupcakes by the waiter before we get a grand entrance for Becky Lynch as she breaks through the ceiling, leading to the stunned reactions of Braun Strowman, Shawn Michaels, Sheamus and this cast of extras. However, I do want to point out Sheamus' reaction here as it's pretty odd as Sheamus has a really sad look on his face, which may be an indication to his current situation, as there was a lot of talk that Sheamus had wrestled his last match back in May after suffering a concussion, which may explain why there's a tease for King Sheamus as he may have been moved to the Legends roster. In the next scene, we see the crowd disperse to reveal Becky, who's just entered through the ceiling in what appears to be a visual representation of Becky and the women in general breaking through the glass ceiling in a landscape that is dominated by men, which I feel is a really cool way to symbolise it. As we move on, we get another reaction, this time from the Velveteen Dream, who appears to be the only NXT presence at the party. Then we switch back to Becky, who takes a dessert from the tray as a stunned Paul Heyman and Steve Austin look on, before she then takes a bite and apologises to the owner for the ceiling, with the owner revealed to be Hulk Hogan, as Becky then drops the remainder of the dessert in his glass. However, the deeper meaning here isn't that it's Hulk's party, it's Becky again apologising for breaking through the glass ceiling and into a man's world. As Becky turns away from Hogan, we see her come face to face with one of the men who have dominated the landscape of WWE in current years, Roman Reigns. Roman then proceeds to hand Becky a glass of champagne and congratulates her, approving of the man and the change in WWE that now sees both men and women on more of a level playing field. As the live action part of the trailer comes to an end, we switch to the first look at this year's gameplay as we see Becky making her entrance in the Raw arena, where she's seen sporting her The Man t-shirt and leather jacket, with Becky's updated Trons playing away in the background. We then switch over to Roman Reigns, who is also seen making his entrance in the Raw arena as he turns around to reveal his attire, which features his black and white logo on his vest. Following the entrances, we get some in-ring action as we see Becky delivering what looks to be a new top rope version of the Bexploder to Charlotte, who can be seen wearing her red attire from the Royal Rumble. As we switch back to Roman, we see him delivering a Superman punch to The Miz, who can be seen sporting his dark grey attire, with this shot also confirming the return of one of the referees from last year. The gameplay then closes out with more shots of the entrances, firstly with this clip of Becky showing off her side profile and an updated hairstyle which looks to be a big improvement over 2K19, before we then end on Roman Reigns, who we see here taunting on the turnbuckle. The trailer then switches to the reveal of this year's cover art featuring Becky Lynch and Roman Reigns, with this year's tagline, "Step Inside." So this is this year's cover, which I think is really good. I like how 2K have mixed it up and gone with something a little bit different to past years, plus having Becky and Roman on there is sure to be a popular choice and appease the majority of fans. However, I do think if 2K were to have gone with one woman on the cover, then this would have been the best time to do that. Finally, the last shot of the trailer reveals the release date, which is set for October 22nd, which is slightly later than last year, but still falls within the general release window that we've come to expect. So that is our breakdown of the first official trailer for WWE 2K20. It's really well shot and definitely one of my favourite trailers to date, plus we've got a ton of reveals in there and gameplay, which is something that we don't usually see when the game is first announced. So before we end this video, here is a full list of everyone that I picked up on that was either featured in the trailer or hinted at, which when you also include the previous Court Rack teaser, this gives us a ton of potential superstars and legends for this year's roster. Anyway guys, that does it for this video, but let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications, as I've got a ton of content coming your way very soon, including interviews and a whole lot more. Until then though, let me know what you think of the new trailer in the comments. Have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.